Ruler School is brought to you by Odyssey Games, where you can go to get singles for all your Force of Will and other trading card games, as well as these amazing patrons. Thank you for your support. Class is in session. Hey there, Rulers, DMO73 here. Before we get started, go ahead and check that link down below for pre-orders of Epic of the Dragon Lord, the first set of Saga Cluster through Odyssey Games, and you can use that code ALUMNI for free shipping on any orders of 2 boxes or more in the United States. Check it out. But we're going to go ahead and jump into the profile for the Possessive Valentina list that Paul played earlier this week. It is a different kind of take on Valentina, where the whole idea is saying, if I can't have it, or if I can't take it, you can't have it either. So it's a lot of forcing of sacrifices, forcing of banishes, stealing your opponent's stuff, that kind of thing. So it's blue, black, green. Valentina, obviously, on her front side. We are making good use of the backside in this ruler, but, you know, you're kind of bouncing stuff back to hand, getting those strangers to play, everything else. Valentina on her back, being able to set up those minuses to the attack, as well as being able to God Art to remove all copies of a card potentially from an opponent's deck, which is very, very helpful. Stone-based wise, we're playing 4 Ataractia's Memoria, 3 Dark Depths, and 3 Deepwood. You don't have a ton of green in this deck, so that's why you only need the 3 copies of the green, mostly looking for black and blue. Strangers, real quick, are going into Shade. Shade is obviously so that we can continue to force our opponent to sacrifice, and over and over and over again. Each Shade is 2 sacrifices, which is great. Anserite, which is a nice little, we can banish water stones to tap down your board and kind of push through for lethal after we've taken a bunch of your stuff, or, you know, things like that. Blue Wizard for some cancels, because it's the only stranger right now, really the only way, especially post-rotation, to cancel automatic abilities. Twin Swords of Water's Mercy to say, no, you're not allowed to have that, put it back on top of your deck, or if I can't take it, again, get it out of here. And then Chronos in the same sense of saying, no, you can't do that. If I can't cast it, you can't either, or if I can't do something, you can't either. So to be able to set up that, telling people they can't play spells, resonators, chants, or regalia, just for that control element. Going into the main deck, we're playing 4 Yggdrasil is an easy way to get our wonderful regalia. For Valentina, it's actually really nice because Yggdrasil can pay for regalia on your opponent's turn. So if you're going on the draw, this sets you up really nicely to be able to use her pretty immediately, since you'll have Energize and Yggdrasil for Lover's Lock on your opponent's turn. 2 copies of Perfect Loki, because he's playing a black-blue list that sends stuff to grave a lot. Obviously, this is going to get rotated out, so you could find a couple other replacements. It's really that and Erendite are the only cards that are outside of Alice Cluster. 3 copies of Vala to start stealing stuff. 3 copies of Ziz as some additional ramp, as well as being able to protect your Possessive Regalia and your Possessive Road and your Regalia. 3 copies of Wanderer in the Nightmare Land, an excellent way. You're not going to be able to awaken it very much, but a really excellent way to be able to clear boards, or at least get really pesky barrier resonators off the board. 2 copies of Necromancer to deal with graveyards. 4 copies of Lover's Lock, 2 Erendite for some additional enter effect cancels, 2 Black Moonray for J Ruler and Stranger Hate, 4 copies of Dark Alice Smile for that early game discard package, 3 Road of the Princess of Love, so you can steal stuff during the during the early turns, especially strangers. This is great for answering strangers. 4 copies of Space-Time Anomaly for some draw power and removal. 2 Part of True Power to be able to revive things, namely things like the Wanderer and Fairy Tale, a Nightmare Land, or a Shade. You can get some really good value off of it. And then 2 copies of Princess of Love to be able to bring those resonators back to your hand. You don't have a ton of them, and Princess of Love can be pretty important to keep that possession train, keep that sacrifice train moving. So there you have it. That is the deck. Huge thanks to Paul for playing it. Let us know what you thought about the games in the comment sections down below. And until next time, this is DMO73 saying class dismissed.